Bunker Boy is still embarrassed about the humiliating optics associated with being a giant coward. So now Trump is claiming that he wasn't actually put in an underground bunker because he feared for his safety after protesters showed up toward the White House or around the White House. And so in a conversation with Brian Kilmeade, he tried to sell us this ridiculous story about how he was only there briefly for a reason other than fearing for his safety.
Reports were they were so worried they brought you downstairs in the White House to a bunker. What could you tell me Sunday night was like for you and your family?
Well, it was a false report. I wasn't down. I went down during the day, and I was there for a tiny, little short period of time, and it was much more for an inspection. There was no problem during the day. The problem, I saw Leland got whacked pretty good, but that was during the night. And these problems are during the night, not during the day. And I've gone down 2 or 3 times, all for inspection. And you go there, someday you may need it, but you go there, and I went down, I looked at it. It was during the day. It was not a problem. And I read about it like a big thing. There was never a problem. We never had a problem. Nobody ever came close to giving us a problem. The Secret Service does an unbelievable job of maintaining control in the White House. And beyond the Secret Service, we have a lot of other great people out there, including the D.C. police. And then, of course, on top of that, after I saw the one evening, which was a little rough, and it was certainly rough on Leland, I think more so than anybody else, we brought in the troops.
I love that he threw Leland under the bus, and he's like, I'm not a wuss. I'm not a wuss. It was Leland. I mean, it was a rough day for Leland. You know what No, it was a rough day for you. You've been having a very rough time. And I just love how he tried to make himself seem tough when, in the context of the statement you just heard right now, he listed all the different law enforcement agencies and the troops protecting him, right? He's like, yeah, Secret Service, DC police, the troops. Yeah, because you're a wuss. Like, you do not have, he doesn't have the ability to, calm anyone down, right? He just further inflames whatever situation the country's undergoing at any given moment. And so he made the matter worse. The protests in front of the White House terrified him. And now he's lying about, how long he was in that bunker and why he was in that bunker.
Yeah, and Kilmeade, I mean, I don't know if Kilmeade considers himself a journalist or whatever. And I'm sure internally he supports Trump much less than he feels obligated for career reasons to pretend that he does. But what do you think was going through his mind as Trump was like, well, no, I mean, it was during the day and the problems were really at night. The problems were during the day and I went down there in the day. But I didn't really go so much. It was just for 2.5 minutes to inspect. It was a coincidence. Maybe someday I needed to go there. So maybe I went down and inspected it just for a little bit. But to be tough, they're the wusses that told me to go down there, and I did what they told me to do, but in an authoritative way. Come on, is Kilmeade listening to that and thinking, oh no, he's tough. He's a strong man. Honest, straight shooter, tells it like it is. Nobody thinks that. The bigger issue, of course, is not that he was in the bunker. We mock him because it's fun, but I don't actually care at all that he was in the bunker. I care that he either has no inclination to give anything to the protesters or also no ability to actually manage the situation. And let's be real about why. This is the guy that fires people by tweet. He can't take confrontation at all. At all. If there's any sort of balance of power, at the very least, even one of his employees, he can't take that. He has to do it either for the cameras or through tweet. He's not going to sit down with protest leaders and have them talk to him, have the cameras rolling. He's terrified of that situation. So the hiding, I don't care where he hides. I care that he's hiding and that much needed reforms aren't being put into place because he is unfortunately the person that's occupying the White House. That is more significant to me than him being in the bunker, but the bunker's funnier. And so I will continue to call him Bunker Boy.
Yeah, I think it's important to constantly call out his cowardice. It's because it's his supporters, particularly his male supporters. When Trump got elected, Sebastian Gorka said something along the lines of, the alpha males are back.
How would he know? What familiarity does he have with the concept of a strong man?
And I just don't think anyone's ever going to believe that an alpha male would run away from his responsibilities in addressing a very real problem in the country by hiding out in a bunker, which is what he did. And by the way, really, you're inspecting a bunker? Like, what are you, the bunker interior designer? Like, what?
Yeah,
What?
it's a bunker.
What do you mean? Out of all the time you've been in office, randomly and coincidentally during these protests, you decided, now's a good time to inspect that bunker. Okay, one more video of him addressing the whole bunker situation. Let's just watch real quick.
Let's see. That would be number 2.5, sort of, because I've done different things, but 2.5. But I looked. I was down for a very, very short period of time. Very, very short period of time. I can't tell you who went with me, but a whole group of people went with me. As an inspecting factor, I was back up. And Brian, it was during the day. It wasn't during the night. I think they reported during the night. During the night, maybe someday it makes sense. During the day, you have tremendous numbers of people. We didn't even have protesters, or if they did, it was a small crowd. There's so much fake news going around, Brian, you have no idea. Maybe you do actually have an idea.
None of the words have any meaning at all. He doesn't know. He's just talking. I was down there for it was 2.5 times because I've done other things, and I was there. Lots of people were there as an inspecting factor. What is he looking at the filters? And he's like, I'm really concerned about the tolerances here. I think that a chemical agent could possibly get in. It's a good thing you brought me down to lend my expert opinion. What is he best? Let's be real. He's checking to see what food they have stocked there. That's the only thing he's qualified.
No, he's
on.
hiding, John. He's
no,
hiding.
I understand that. But I'm saying
like?
that.
But
to the extent that
you know
he
what
can
he sounds
investigate.
like? He sounds exactly the way he sounded when he was trying to tell reporters that he was taking hydroxychloroquine. He's like, I've been taking hydroxychloroquine for a few weeks now, or a week and a half. And he's just all over the place. Nonsense. He's a liar. And he says he went there with a group of people. So you needed a group of people to go with you to inspect the bunker? No, he went there with his family, which is what happens when the president is fearful that his safety is under threat, right? So he's a coward. He's just a coward who tries to pass himself off as a strong man. He's been a coward his entire life. I mean, General Bone Spurs can't handle the Vietnam draft, so he needs to get a doctor to write all sorts of fake notes about his bone spurs. Like, he's a nonsense, pathetic coward, nothing more than that. And anyone else who thinks that he's an alpha male should be clowned on nonstop.
I agree with that, and I would love to get back to a position where we don't have to talk about alpha males, because it is an embarrassing thing to talk about. And I will say that the only thing true that you can say about an alpha male is that no actual alpha male in history has ever used the term alpha male or thought about whether they're a strong person or whatever. That's not what actual strong people do, but we talk about it to mock them. The only part I disagree is that he's just a coward. He's certainly a coward and not an alpha male. But he's also incredibly dangerous because he's vested with the power of the presidency. And that's why he is a coward, but we also have to get him the hell out of there.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.